So I have now seen all three Jeepers Creepers movies, which means it's the perfect time to rank all three of them. And what are the odds? The day I sit down to do this ranking, they announce Jeepers Creepers 4. So before I go ahead and give you my ranking of all three Jeepers Creepers movies, make sure you let me know your ranking in the comment section down below. Which movies you love, which movies you hate, let me know all that in the comment section down below. If you want to see other horror content from me, click that subscribe button so you can see some more in the future, as well as other rankings in the past. I'll leave some links at the end of this video. But with all that said, let's go into number 3. And coming in third place, easily the worst movie in this franchise, is Jeepers Creepers 3. I knew actually nothing about this one going into it. I just kind of assumed the fact that there was such a big gap in between the second movie and the third movie. I was assuming that this would take place in the following 23 years in between each gap, rather than what they did, of course, having it take place in between the first and the second movie. The second movie, the way that ends, really sets up a really interesting sequel that, now that I've actually looked into the franchise as a whole, this is what everyone expected this movie to be, and this is what everyone wanted this movie to be. So I imagine a lot of people were just as disappointed as I was when I first watched this movie. Not only was I disappointed with the story we didn't get, the story we got I actually thought was complete crap. All of the characters were god awful, so irritating. There were so many storylines. There was too many storylines. There was way too many going on that really didn't need to be going on. Not only I think one of the more scary elements of the first movie wasn't the creeper. I thought the truck itself was such a horrifying element. And what they did with the truck just destroyed it. They made this truck in this movie more like the Inspector Gadget of trucks. He's got like gizmos, like coming out from the exhaust pipe. There's a spike or whatever it was that literally follows you around. If you're not the creeper, the back door shuts, but it's not the back door. It's spikes come down. Just so much crap with this movie. The end of the movie, the guy goes on the bus, letting you believe that he was actually in the second movie. We know he wasn't in the second movie because he was not on the bus. This movie as a whole, massively disappointing. Not only that, but like the creeper, if you cut off his arm, and then you grab his arm, you can get knowledge of the creeper and how to kill the creeper. Just so much crap. This movie is crap. Easily the best way of putting it is this movie is just crap. And my runner-up, coming in number 2, is Jeepers Creepers 2. You're probably sensing a bit of a pattern here. But Jeepers Creepers 2, I really didn't know what to expect going into this one, because when the first one ended, I thought that ended really well. I actually wouldn't have really given a shit if they never continued it on and left it as a one-and-done movie. But what they actually gave us in this movie, I found to be okay. I thought getting to see the creeper more, I enjoyed seeing the creeper himself more. We kind of get a bit more from him. Disappointed we didn't actually see a truck, but we see that he has those Chinese throwing ninja stars. He's got like custom made ones. We see one that was actually made from parts of Justin Long's character, so it's cool to see more of the creeper again. But one of the really major disappointing parts of this movie is the fact that, again, like the third movie, I didn't give a crap about anyone. The bus is full of teenagers, like football players and cheerleaders, and they could have all died and I wouldn't have given a crap. They were just so boring, so uninteresting. I just thought they were all assholes. I just really didn't like anyone on the bus. The part of the story I actually did like was with the father of the kid who gets abducted by the creeper at the start. Actually, the whole scene at the start of the movie was quite cool. But the father, like him and his son, chasing the creeper throughout the whole movie, knowing that their son is dead, but they just want to get revenge on the creeper. Seeing what they go through, like the whole journey of that, I thought was so much more interesting than the entirety of the bus storyline. This movie as a whole, it's got some elements I like, but as a whole I don't really like it because, as I said, I don't really give a crap if anyone dies. I think I can see myself rewatching it, but I don't see myself in any hurry to rewatch it. And my favourite of this franchise is, of course, the original Jeepers Creepers. This movie actually is like on a whole other level. I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. Where the other ones are down here, I think the other one is right up here, because I thought this movie as itself was such a fantastic horror movie. As I've said now, the truck alone, like the entirety of the opening scene where you just see Justin Long and his sister driving down the road, and all of a sudden a big truck comes up right behind them, honking the horn like crazy, overtakes them, and then we see him like putting these bodies down some chute into a cave, and then he notices him and chases him. All that was just such horrifying elements. The fact that we don't actually see the creeper himself, like what he physically looks like, until at least an hour in the movie, I imagine, because we spend a good portion of it not knowing what this thing is. So I think it's just fantastic the way, even though you don't know what it is, like I actually didn't even know it was like a creature or a monster until I seen it. I was assuming it was just some creepy ass man. So then the reveal of that, I thought the reveal was not as interesting as the creeper himself. I think I would have preferred if it was just a man doing all this. But the kind of element of the creeper himself is horrifying, horrible, creepy, disgusting looking design of the creeper. You got his kind of home, I imagine, where he lived, in down the chute by the church, and all the bodies across the wall were just a horrifying, disgusting image. Justin Long is easily the most, he's the biggest standout of this franchise. I love this character. I was so disappointed seeing what happened to him. The end shot of this movie, when you see the creeper looking through his eyes, was absolutely horrifying. Hearing him screaming through that sequence, the relationship him and his sister have actually feels like a brother-sister relationship. Sometimes in movies, of course, they don't really feel like it because they aren't brother and sister, but these two really feel like a brother and sister relationship. This is the only movie I own on physical media, as you can see right behind me. Got the, what do they call it? 101 Films Blu-ray. Really like it. I'm actually going to watch Jeepers Creepers tonight because I really enjoyed Jeepers Creepers. So that's my ranking of all 3 Jeepers Creepers movies. Make sure you let me know your ranking in the comment section down below. Are you excited for Jeepers Creepers 4? I'm skeptical. As I know, I think having Victor Salvin attached makes me like 10 times more interested in it, because of course I'm not going to get into that, but just more excited. I think having a new director, new writer, new everything, I just think sounds more intriguing, especially because I think this franchise just deserves fresh eyes. I think the other 2 movies, like 2 and 3, I just felt like he didn't really know what to do. It was just kind of similar-ish copies of the first movie. So I kind of want to see fresh eyes. I'm excited for it, especially because we're actually getting it this year. Like, it's been filmed and everything, so it is coming out this year. I am excited for Jeepers Creepers 4, but I am skeptical. I'm excited, but I'm nervous about seeing it. I will be seeing it opening day. I'll be doing a review of it. So if you want to see more Jeepers Creepers content from me in the future, make sure you click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.